Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be discussing about India's maiden national framework for climate services. So what is it and why is it considered to be important? First of all, about the timeline. First we'll be looking at the news, then global framework for climate services, on which the national framework for climate services, that is NFCS, is based. Then about the CFCS background and functions, then about what is National Framework for Climate Services and how it will be implemented. In the end, a prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3, that is Environment and Ecology. You should be able to know about the National Framework for Climate Services, why is it important, and about the Global Framework for Climate Services. So let's begin. The news talks about why India is launching a National Framework for Climate Services. Why? What is the reason that India is finding it important to launch its first National Framework for Climate Services? National Framework, it means all over India, pan India it will work. Climate Services, it means that all the services which is related to climate, that is whether any kind of natural disaster is about to take place, about the weather change, the climate change phenomena, I mean actually everything that is related to climate, the services it will be providing to people. So India is embarking on a major program, that is to launch its maiden or first national level framework which will be providing the climate services and information. So all the information and services related to the climate it will be providing too, and the name is the National Framework for Climate Services. National Framework for Climate Services. Important point is that it will be implemented by, or it will be headed by, the nodal agency will be the Indian Meteorological Department. You need to remember this point, very important, that it is spearheaded by the IMD, that is the Indian Meteorological Department, which comes under the Ministry of Earth Science. And it will bring a seamless working platform for users of climate information and services. Seamless working platform. It means all the information regarding to the climate services will be provided at a single place so that it can be given to different people. And it will help decide and mitigate climate risk for key sectors like agriculture, energy, disaster management, health and water. It will help to predict things, that if any kind of disaster is about to take place or if any kind of abnormalities can be observed in the climate, then this will help mitigate, it will help to lower down the risk of the climate risk, and especially for the sectors where it can have a maximum loss, like for example agriculture, energy, disaster management, health and water. Now what is NFCS is based on? That is the National Framework for Climate Services is based on, it is based on GFCS, that is the Global Framework for Climate Services. So for Global Framework for Climate Services works at the international level, at the global level, while the National Framework for Climate Services will work at the India level. But taking inspiration from the Global Framework for Climate Services, the NFCS is formed. So you need to know that it is based on, or it takes its inspiration from which entity. And Global Framework for Climate Services is a partnership of governments and organizations at a global level, and the aim is to produce the and better usage of climate information and services. So whatever the Global Framework for Climate Service does at the global level, the National Framework for Climate Service will done at India level. So it is like almost the work would be same. They are doing it at international level, it will be doing it at India level. So the aim is to facilitate researchers and user of climate information and services, so that all these researchers and climate information and will come together, join hands with each other and work towards sharing more and more information, from which more and more analytical knowledge can be gained about the climate and how it is taking place. To join hands in order to make informed and actionable decisions for the long term betterment. Now, as of now, what happened is that in India, the Indian Meteorological Department as of now deals with the weather and the climatic phenomena, and majority of the predictions are considered to be correct. But now we need to look at the long-term betterment, and for the long-term betterment we need a proper national framework, and that is why it is considered that informed and actionable decisions needs to be taken for the long term, so that in the long term, in the coming many years or in the coming decades, the climate related or the climate related disasters should not be taking place in our country, and no loss should also be done, because that is something which can be predicted, and if it can be predicted on time, then the loss can be mitigated to a very less level. Now, background of the global framework for climate services. What is the background of it? So this was formed at the time of Third World Climate Conference, which took place in Geneva in the year 2009. So this is the time when it came into being, and it is led by the National Meteorological and Hydrological Services in their respective nations. So in whichever nations the GFCS is working, it is led by National Meteorological and Hydrological Services, and it works through the participation of policymakers, planners, investors, and vulnerable communities or sectors. So this is the base, that at what time it was formed, what was the conference, it is led by whom, and who all participates in it. Now, what are the functions of the global framework for climate service? It generates high quality data from national and international databases. So whatever databases on national level and international level it gets, from that it takes out all the relevant and required data. It can be on temperature, rainfall, wind, soil moisture, ocean conditions, and other vital weather parameters, which talks and which tells us a lot about the climatic conditions and how the climate is behaving at the international or at the global level. Then the aim is to create long-term historical averages of these parameters. Long-term historical averages. It means it is not this goal or the aim is not short-term. The aim is to do betterment for the society or humankind in the longer run. And it can be done through maps, risk and vulnerability analysis, assessments, and long-term projections and scenarios. Priority sectors will remain the same, that is agriculture and food security, energy, health, water, and disaster risk reduction. Agriculture is important because agriculture is rain dependent and is weather and climate dependent. Almost, you can say, more than 50% of it. Then food security depends on agriculture itself. Then energy, bad weather and bad climate can lead to bad energy production also. Health, if the climatic conditions and the weathers are not good, then epidemic or pandemic are prone to happen. Then water and disaster risk reduction. Now let us talk about that how the national framework for NFCS will do. I mean, what it will do. So it will be based on the country specific weather and stakeholders need. Country specific. Global specific was GFCS was doing. Country specific, India specific is what NFCS will do. And the nodal agency I have already told you is the Indian Meteorological Department, which comes under the Ministry of Earth Science. And apart from the identified sectors like energy, health, agriculture, it can focus on other areas also, which is India specific. So on global level, there are few of the sectors which has been identified, but it can also identify other sectors on India level, like for example transport, tourism, and other emerging sectors, because transport gets affected a lot and the logistics gets affected a lot because of the weather or the climatic conditions. Like example, if there any area in which cyclone or earthquake effects are going on, then the logistics or the transport sector or the tourism sector will be very badly affected. Then about the implementation of NFCS, then the 2009 Declaration of Framework for Climate Services, it had when we talk about the country level, then NFCS has been implemented in Switzerland, China, Germany, and UK. So they have already implemented it. And in India, the first workshop was organized recently in Pune, Maharashtra. So India will be soon releasing the statement of the NFCS after consensus received from the key partnering stakeholders. So first, there is an organization GFCS on global level, while on country level, every country has its own NFCS, and India has already done with the first workshop, and there are other countries which already has the NFCS in being, and that is Switzerland, China, Germany, and UK. Now, this was about the National Framework for Climate Services. Important thing for you to know: its aim, its implementation agency, what it will do, and the key priority areas, and whether it is for short term or long term, and how it will help. As a key priority areas, I've told you. Implementation agency, I've told you. What it will do is also we have discussed. So these are the things which can be asked in the mains answer writing. Now the prelims MCQ, and people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. Consider the following statements regarding the National Framework for Climate Services. First, NFCS nodal agency is IMD. Second, NFCS is based on the Global Framework for Climate Services. Easy one. You should be able to answer this one. You have to talk about the correct statement. One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.